So I will say welcome to class. You sent a message earlier. Okay, this is IELTS Thursday live for a writing task because Thursday is always for our writing task because of the peculiarity of writing. Okay, so um so last week, oh sorry, yes, was last week we did what to do before you start writing, and then the recap of the things we did was number one, you need to decode your question, and number you actually brought that's where we had our writing. This was the right things you need to do. You need to decode the question, that is the task, or you need to identify the issue, and then carry out. This will clearly give you an idea of what you would be writing about so that you expected to write. Okay, so I said this question has two issues, two opinion, contrary opinion, then you need to identify them, then discuss each task giving, discuss both views, and then give your opinion. Okay, so this one, coverage of reality is one issue and one task. Yes. Okay, so we went into the other things. These were the ones that most of us did. Okay, we did this one as well. In some countries, an increasing number of people are suffering from as a result of eating too much. It is therefore necessary, that's issue one. Issue two is it is therefore necessary for government to impose, okay, task one, more point of view, to what extent on government imposing the task. Do you agree with it? Okay, so we will start tonight. These are other things that we did. Then we came into plan your, yes, we came into planning what to write. Okay, so today we are actually going to go to the second next stage, that is the actual case of writing. We actually, many people, okay, this was that same question. Do not have such a relationship with neighbors as they did in the past. Why is this so? Okay, and then what can be done? The people are highlighted their issue in green, red, were people who got it wrong. I said it. Okay, and this were the, so I want us to start actually from this plan today that we've had, especially this question, since I would not want us to go back. This is the question. In general, people do not have close relationship with their neighbors as they did in the past. Why is it so, and what so issue people do not have? Then the reason, the cause, then the solution. That's the plan. Okay, the plan here, somebody said level of insecurity. Okay, and hypocrisy among citizens. Solution. Okay, so we're going to actually take it from this place. I will start writing today. And the first thing that a slow plan is plan. Go in question 3. So now you need to write is introduction. Yes, that's the first thing you need. We are going to the one class that most of us. Okay, yes, learning how to plan before just be against you. First thing you need to do, let it be very clear and distinct that that's how of introduction. So I will say it now. Number one, you need to rephrase the question statement. Okay, or what I call the issue, because that was what I liked, but this one is optional. I will always say it. You don't necessarily need your discussion points. I liked your discussion point. Okay, I want to see if an opinion that asks you to actually clarify your position, state your view. You are not discussing in details, but you are stating at this point in time. Okay, let me. This is the question I okay. So hello, can you hear me? The network just threw me out and I'm back. Okay, please confirm if you can hear me. I don't know. It's giving me one audio signal over here. I want to be sure before clicking the audio. Okay, you can hear me, so let me just ignore it. Okay, I said the components of the introduction. Yes, I think network is also problematic tonight. I don't know why. Wow, this is another. Oh, it just took me off the network now and brought me back in, and I suspect the network is not stable. Wow, 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 wow. This is the second time in the week. It doesn't happen normally like this. I get, okay, somebody says she can. Okay, let me do something. I will restart my network. I actually restarted the network. I will it's okay, we'll continue. If it's not okay, I will have to postpone. But to be very candid, I don't know if to postpone to Friday or Saturday, because the last time, yesterday, that we had the recap of the lecture, I had about 2 lectures at the go, the normal class lecture and the online, and I was very, very tired. It's like somebody used some things to beat me up. So I'm going to restart my network. Yes. Yes, I was stopped recording for those who would like to see it later. Okay, so now this evening, as I was saying, is a continuation of last lecture. Yeah, for the sake of those who and where I'm going to put green now, writing the introduction. Yes, but last week before we lay the foundation of how to write, that is decode your question, identify the issue, identify the task. Okay, so for today, we now start. Yes, so this is the where I started off the lecture. Component of introduction. I said you need to rephrase the question statement, that is the issue to be discussed. Then you can highlight your discussion point. You can see I said it is optional, but if it requires that you state or discuss an opinion later, you need to state your opinion. Okay, so I said I was going to do this question in black. The class was going to do the question in okay. Okay, so you can see now, I'm rephrasing the question. I said people's perception about shock is believed to have changed. Okay, as a hobby, as against what it was deemed okay to be a domestic. Okay, you can see that I have rephrased the question. People's perception about shopping is believed to have changed over time. Okay, because I think I'm being neutral a bit. As many now see shopping as against what was deemed to be, that is a domestic chore. Okay, so you can see that what I did. Okay, what sorry, I paused a bit because I was observing something on my screen. Okay, this I have been able to summarize from, or restatement. This is my restatement. You can see I've done question one, part one, which is rephrasing, uh, yes, rephrasing the question statement or issue. That's the first thing I did now. To what extent do you think this is a positive trend? Okay. Okay. Okay, I am of the view that is a positive trend. I'm just using the statement as okay. Maybe shopping mall operations. Okay, as commerce. Why I'm struggling is because I didn't plan. So that's what happens. Okay, I will take time to plan, but I just want to write the introduction. We have planned the one that you wrote here, that is here. I am of the view that this is a positive trend as shopping operation has made customer more comfortable. Okay, while affording them the luxury of trying products before buying. Okay, so I'm of the view. The thing there is that I am stating my opinion and I am putting some points to defend. I can actually say it's a positive trend Okay, and then said, I don't like using the word will be discussed. This is a positive trend as shopping operations has made, okay, shopping operations have made customer more comfortable while also affording them the luxury of trying products before buying. Okay, so those are my points. You can see from what I have done here, I struggled a bit because that's what happens when you do not take time to plan and reflect for like 5 to 7 minutes. That's why I said don't do it. And when we are practicing now, I want you to plan. For those who planned from last lecture, you can start off. So find a way of margin. For those who are just joining, I will start explaining planning so that you can get it and start planning and writing. Okay, so you can see what I did in the second part here was state my view, and then I like how I would discuss my view. It's not actually necessary I like how I will discuss my view. So I'm going to break it for the sake of those who are watching now and checking later. Okay, the second phase now, number one, what I did. Number two, what I did here was, okay, statement of opinion plus discussion point. Okay, that's what I just did. Okay, so I will have to break the slide into two or duplicate it again so that I will start explaining planning, but those who have understood it can start. If you have planned before, or the thing there is that I will explain planning. Those who have planned before can start writing. Yes, but those who have not, you will go into the planning with me. Yes, everybody. So this is my introduction. I'm wiping it off. I want to explain. We've done it in the last class, but I want to go into it because you saw the way I struggled. Planning. Okay, let me see. This is my opinion. Agree to positivity. Okay, maybe I want to even add to it now. Activity. Okay. Why? Why? Shopping experience of customers have improved. Okay. And two, I want to say customers afforded luxury of, okay, shopping experience has improved. I want to say number one, under shopping experience has improved. Speed of shopping. Okay, and most of us who are familiar with some of my class, I'm going to use one of the jobs that we did one time. It just came to my mind. I think it was, I even use it as to explain how to get me an idea. Is it Sanders store? Yes. I'm going to be reflecting on it to write my essay. Customer afforded the luxury of trying out, okay, products and window shopping. I want to point a negative part. Negative. Okay, shoppers, okay, spend much on attracting customer, because I want to say it is a positive trend. I'm changing some of the things I've wrote. or I've written. Okay, so that is it. This is planning. That is, these are the few points. I can have more as I go, but how? This is how I'm going to discuss it. So I want to readjust my introduction to accommodate my point, or just remove something. This is my introduction. I'm opinion both positive and negative. Okay. Negative. Shopping operations have made customers. However, okay, shop owners incur more costs to satisfy customers. Okay, so that's what I wanted to add before buying. However, shop owners incur more costs to satisfy customers. Can you see now? I have planned, it makes me more poor. So now you have seen me plan, and I'm going to give you time to also plan. If possible, you can send your plan to me. Okay, last week we have actually identified the issue, and I'm going to make it straight. Yes, so that you do not waste time. Those who are still having problem with identifying the issue, I want you to visit those videos. Okay, though I'm having problems, some people said they cannot review it. I think I'm going to send a mail to the administrators to help me check what is wrong. Okay, the task is the question. We have one, sorry, issue. Okay, we have one, which is people do not have close relationship. Yeah, that's issue one. Let me remove my question to make it, that's issue one. Then the task ahead of task. What is responsible? Why? And how can this be addressed? So now I want you to plan. That is, what is responsible? Some people have actually planned the last time, and then 5 minutes plan. So by 9:36, I'll be explaining the plan. If I don't see your plan, I will assume that you are writing your introduction. So by 9:40, I expect your introduction to be in. Plan 5 minutes. Yes, introduction doesn't take time when you have it figured out. So that's it. If you have any question for clarification, please, you can send anything that you need for clarification. So you might be distracted, but the thing is that we are writing introduction. In the last class, I don't know if you were there, I am going to do a recap after we're done. I said the things you need to do before you write. Okay, you need to decode your question, and that's what I did. Then you need to plan. I've left the planning to you. That is, you need to plan what you want to write. So I am just taking it in stages. Now, I am asking you, after you have planned what to write, the issue you will be discussing is here. In general, people do not have such a close relationship with their neighbors as they did in the past. Okay, in the last class, I said you need to decode what you are asked to do. That is what I did. Issue 1, in general, people do not have the task. What is responsible? Task 2, how can this be addressed? So there are 2 tasks you've been given. Now I say plan. That is, what are the points you would use to discuss what is responsible? How can this be addressed? That is, how can people not having good relationship with their neighbors be addressed? So you need to find points that you want to discuss. That's what I call planning. After that, you need to write an introduction. So I think after the introduction means you will follow the template I gave in writing introduction. Yes, the template I gave in writing introduction is, you need to remember what we taught from the last class. I did a recap. So now, introduction means you will rephrase the question. Highlight your discussion point. I said it is optional. You don't necessarily need to highlight your discussion point. State your view. If it's an opinion question, if it's a question that requires that you give your view, okay, state it. So that's how to write an introduction. And I came here and I wrote 1 introduction. I broke it into 2 for you to know that this is what this part meant. The first part is I rephrased the question. The second part is I actually stated my opinion. Some of us have sent some introduction. No, you are not meant to do the question of shopping. That is my question. I want you to be treating a question why I am treating another question. Your question is, people do not have close relationship with their neighbor as they used to be in the past. That's your question. Some of you have started answering my own question. I didn't send you. Okay, so I'm going to pick the person. I'm going to copy your response because you tried it, yes, but you just misconstrue what I asked you to do. Okay, this was my plan. I'm actually going to, whether you wrote my own or you didn't write my own, I'm going to put it there because it's cost you an effort to do that. Okay, this is what this person wrote. There is a general perception that close interaction have declined over the years compared to the past where people enjoy close bond. Okay, while the alarming rate of distrust among citizens and high crime rates can be observed as the cause for the above, I believe organizing social groups. Okay, organizing social groups where people can know each other, and government ensuring a peaceful environment can cause this trend. Okay, this person has actually addressed the issue here. The person has rephrased the question. Yes, the person has rephrased the question. Okay, and then he has been able to highlight, this is not necessary, but he did it, so I don't have a problem with that, is discussion points. Yes, I'm waiting for some of us as well. This person took up the question I was supposed to do, so I'm going to see if the person is correct, since the person is addressing a task. Some proponents of shopping believe that shopping has, this should be singular, has changed to hobby, unlike in the past where it used to be seen as a domestic chore. Hmm. Some proponents, the issue I have is the use of the word proponent. There was no proponent. Those who support shopping, you don't need proponent. Proponent means those who support something. Okay, I just want to see maybe some people are of the opinion or believe that shopping, I do not agree with the use of the word proponent. Yes, some proponent of shopping. I will still let it slide. Okay, yes, you can write your introduction. I ascribe to the view that shopping is more of leisure in that shop owners provide tremendous atmosphere to customers to express themselves. Okay, fine. The person has stated our opinion and also stated maybe at least a start to the discussion. Okay, so I'm going to actually say, okay, the person has addressed the situation, even if I don't agree with some, maybe a little part, but the person has addressed the situation and written an introduction. So the two people that attempted have actually attended to what is required. Please, I would want all of us to participate. I know some people are spending time planning. I'm waiting for those people. Yeah, somebody just sent me his plan. Okay, please write an introduction. Two people have actually participated. I would have loved more of us to do, but I think most of us are lost in between or distracted at the point. I will do a recap. I'm expecting your answer in the next 2-3 minutes. I want to do a recap of how we got here so that those who are telling me, please don't be lost. You need to watch and follow this thing just to get the structure of how to write. Yes, so that you can write in a very structurally structured manner. The person who wrote my introduction, you are permitted to continue because I don't want to discourage you. That is, if you are writing the main body today, you are permitted to continue with this essay. I have not written any, I have written an introduction, but you are permitted. I want all of us to just participate. Okay. Okay. As of now, I have not gotten any further this thing, so I will assume that nobody is writing any more introduction. What I want to do before I move ahead is I want to do a recap. Yes, somebody said, I'm confused about what you are doing. And I said, okay, I won't complain much, but I would want you to pay serious attention. Yes. Okay. Writing introduction is what we are doing. Okay. Is what we are doing. Okay. We are writing introduction to an essay. Your essay must be well introduced. Okay. From the last class, okay, I taught about what to do just before writing. And number one, I said you need to decode your question. Okay, how? Hey, identify the issue or issues if there's more than one. Then clarify your task. The issue is always in the question statement. Yes, the task is always what you are asked to do. Look at this question. In the past, shopping that's the issue. Many people nowadays now regard it as a hobby, that there is a change in perception about shopping. In past, domestic chores. Now, people regard it as, okay, one issue. Now, here, the task is, to what extent do you think this is a positive trend? Yes. Do you think people regarding it as a hobby now is a positive trend? Okay, so that is the issue here. Okay, so that is it. So I am explaining again the things I've said. I'm going to pick some people's introduction and so what is it here? You clarify, you identify. Then the next thing I said you need to do is plan. Plan your task or plan how to tackle the task. Yes, that is, you enumerate, okay, or you highlight your points. Yeah, how you would discuss, those are the things. The next thing I am teaching is, okay, under it now, we now get to writing introduction. Because from you have clarified the question or the task, then you have, what have you done? You have also identified the issue, then you have planned. Then the next thing you write introduction, and the component of your introduction are refresh the question, okay, highlight your discussion points, then C, okay, I said this one was optional, it's not mandatory. Okay, and then C, state your view if it is an opinion question. So you see now, if it is an opinion question, state your view. Okay, so that is what we have done. Okay, someone has sent his introduction. I would have loved most of us to actually participate. Yeah. Okay. This, I want to create a slide and put the person's introduction. Yes, because this is fantastic. Okay, the relationship between neighbors in this modern time has become more distant than it used to be in ancient times. Okay. There are a number of reasons why this is so, including the different location of workplace, different occupational and job requirements, the opportunities of living in one place and having a vacation far from, okay, the different social activities which are available for people to engage in, and the absence of neighborliness amongst, okay, this person is saying these are the causes in his summary format in the introduction. Fine. Okay, let me see those. Okay, oh, Emperor, you say your network is bad. I'm so sorry about that. Yes, it will have been good you actually participated. Okay, I am copying another person's opinion now, discussion of introduction. Okay, shopping has been a normal routine in the years back, as many people see it as a hobby rather than a punishment. You did not properly rephrase your question. Yes, you did not. The issue is that shopping is now a hobby. I will put it in red to actually signify that shopping has been a normal routine in the years back. You said it's a normal routine. Okay, as many see it as a hobby rather than what? You are not clarifying the different ages. In time past, it was a routine work. Yes. Uh, but now it is seen as a hobby. So you have mixed up the whole issue. You have not, this is because some organization has made it easy by bringing shops and supermarkets that are arranged and organized for simpler of goods rather than going to the market to make selection. Your point is also not clear. You were clear to this point. I will mark the point to red. Okay, this is because some organization has made it easy by bringing shops and supermarkets. By bringing, I think the word bringing should not be by, let me say, setting up shops and supermarkets that are arranged, okay, that are arranged and organized for simpler identification of goods. Okay, I think this one were not necessary. They didn't really contribute to the understanding of what you were trying to say. You're saying, yes, this is because some organization, but this part in red is not clear. I don't know what you were trying to express. Okay. Okay, you request I display the question. Okay, I will display the question now. I want to display someone else's introduction. This is the person introduction. It says shopping was hitherto referred to as an uphill task. Was it domestic? Is it uphill? Domestic? This uphill is not properly defining domestic, but I will let it slide. However, in present times, shopping is now seen as a fun activity that one does at leisure. Okay, you didn't complete it. The rationale could be that you didn't complete it. I think maybe you typed further. Let me check. Oh, you didn't complete it. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the question. I'm going to bring it back here because I want to see what could be done to this. Those in general, people do not have such close relationship. So this, and that is the introduction. The rationale for this is, okay, even if you say the rationale for this, you have not completed it. Okay, and I feel that at leisure is a repetition. You don't need this word at leisure. A fun activity done at leisure, okay, fine. And for this could be, okay, so I want you to, what is it that you want to put? Up on this place, you were right, but you did not highlight, you didn't continue, and you didn't conclude. Okay. Okay, so that is it about writing introduction. Okay, you wrote another introduction, fine. I'm going to display it, but I'm not sure I'm going to go through it. Yes, because of time. Okay, so after writing introduction, because I want us to go into main body, then next week we'll still continue main body and also writing opinion and conclusion. Okay, this is what you said about the second question. You already wrote one before, you quickly drafted another. It's encouraging that you did that. I'm using that to challenge. This person wrote the introduction to my introduction to the actual task for the class. Okay, so after writing your introduction, admittedly, young generation mostly consider shopping as a positive, this age has to go trend and great activity, rather than in ancient times when it was, there's some structural problem. Okay. So now I've seen the concluding part. I will come back to the structural problem when I'm done. After your introduction, then you need to get to your main body. Yes, you can have 2 or 3 paragraphs. So depending, after outside the introduction or the conclusion, you can have, depending on what you want to write about. But the main body, that is each paragraph, okay, should discuss an issue for a clarity. And in this format, number 1, A statement that is A, let me put it there because some. B, discuss the idea. Then C, validate your discussion. I'm going to explain to us discussion. We have done the introduction, then you are coming into the main body now. The introduction is a rephrase of what you are doing. You are now in the main body. Your main body should contain the issue you want to discuss. So I'm going to use different methods. You can state all your idea together or state them separately and discuss them separately. Okay, or all at once. Okay, and subsequently discuss. Or you state your ideas individually, yeah, separately. You are not judged and discuss. Okay, let me go into it. You have two ways to state your idea. Let me put it so that you can understand. You have two ways. You can state your ideas all at once and subsequently discuss, or two, you state your idea and discuss. Okay, discuss the idea and then validate. That's the way to write your introduction. So, for the sake of clarity, I'm going to go over those people who sent in their introduction late a bit, because some of us who did not send, okay, maybe you are tired or one factor or the other. Okay, this is the person. Availability of conducive shopping center. The shopping malls obtainable these days have a very conducive ambience and cozy feel, as opposed to crowded and dirty markets we had in the past. This has made shopping an avenue for relaxation amongst family and friends or individuals. Fine, fantastic. I hope you still have more to discuss because you are a bit elaborate, but I don't have a problem with that. This is absolutely fantastic because the person rephrased the question and then the person highlighted the discussion point. This one, admittedly, younger generation mostly consider shopping as a positive trend. Why you are using it for using question to highlight the rephrase the question, because it is your own judgment that makes it positive trend. The issue was some people said it they believe that okay, it was a chore in the past, but now it's more of a hobby. Okay, so you are using some words from the task which is not making this appropriate. Okay, was as a great activity. You did not properly define hobby here. The issue shopping as a, okay, hobby. Okay, because I'm going to remove this. Rather than when it was considered to be a child in, okay, in the past. Now, you have mixed your opinion together with your issue. There's a problem there. Okay, in that, no. this cause and effect can't happen because they are not the one giving the judgment, you are the one giving the judgment. Okay, this is a positive trend. Okay, please don't complicate your essay. Them opportunity to meet new friends. Okay, so because you are, them is not well defined here, shoppers. To meet new friends and socialize with one another, it helps to improve interaction by exchange of ideas which can burgeon their wide range of knowledge. Also, it provides, you have started discussing. I don't know, you are discussing and this is too much for an introduction because what would you say when you get into your discussion? What would you say? So I would say maybe you started discussing, you don't want to highlight the point. So let me agree that you have started discussing. Yes. Okay, so that is the issue about introduction. We will go into the main body now because we need to rush. Writing takes our time so badly. Yes. So this is the question. I'm going to bring out my own question and then discuss. I'm going to continue from where I left off. Okay, so where is it? Okay, I want to write, this is my own essay. Okay, so I want to write the introduction now. Oh, so the main body one. Okay, so I want to write the main body here so that you would see it. Okay, admittedly, this is new, but this is a new, okay, but welcome development if shopping is, okay, okay, some people are sending something to me. I hope, okay, some people have started sending some things, but I'm going to treat those who are sending main body, somebody that complained I couldn't join before, because I see some people sending introduction to me at this time. No, you are setting us back. Admittedly, this is a new but welcome development. That is, if shopping is regarded as fun, because whatever people derive pleasure in doing is often beneficial to individuals and the society, okay, at large. Okay. You know, I've deviated from my plan. Okay, more women who participated now participate in shopping, while men who okay, over time, more women now participate in shopping, while men who consider it as women's chore in the past, okay, now get involved. Okay, thus easing the pressure of women, okay, and burden of shopping shared between families. Okay, this, okay, you can see that I am discussing which issue is regarded as fun because whatever is the, okay, this is where I presented my idea. Then, admittedly, this is a new but welcome development if shopping is regarded as fun because whatever people derive pleasure in doing is often beneficial to individual and the society at large. Can you see now? Over time, more women, I started explaining what I mean by benefiting to the society individual. Over time, more women now participate in shopping, while men who consider it as women's chore in the past now get involved, thus easing the pressure of women and the burden of shopping. Okay, is now shared uh, between family members. Okay, this has produced a more stable society as, okay, shopping has aided family bonding. Okay, with more marriages surviving and with the female, okay, having time for, okay, some of us have written, so let me stop my own writing. Let me stop because some of us are writing. My own is just to dictate how you will write, that is, give a guide. I am more interested in you writing. So I'm going to present what some people have done, especially those who wrote. Okay, I'm going to present somebody's main body. Okay. And I'm going to either criticize it or let me see the person's introduction. Okay, this is the person's introduction. I'm going to break this slide so that I don't remove this slide totally. Okay, this is the person's introduction. I think the person has started discussing straight away. Okay, sorry, I think I picked something else. Let me go back there to pick your point. Yeah. Okay, I think this is a long one. I will come to the introduction of people who complained that they couldn't join earlier. Another reason why shopping is now a hobby is the ease of the process. Okay, in this regard, shoppers in the past have to walk from one section of the market to another trying to pick their entire shopping list. Okay. Sorry, I think I made a mistake here. Trying to pick or tick, I think this is pick, their entire shopping list. This process is tiresome and exhausting in modern shopping. There's a problem of transition here. I did not understand what you were saying anymore, because where I think a full stop should have existed here in modern shopping, a shopper, yes, or you use a transition, whereas, because those are the things I normally teach, you need to use a coordination of transitions, whereas in modern days, okay, shopping, a shopper has access to it in the mall, yes. If you don't use the transitions well, it's either you put a full stop here or you use a comparison, a transition method. Yes, your discussion is getting lengthy and confusing. Okay. To assist them pick up necessary items without going through the hassles of walking around a dirty, crowded area. Okay. Shoppers these days also have been rescued from the chores of negotiation. Fantastic. Itato is characterized by price haggling and back and forth. Before haggling and back and forth is almost the same thing. Before, I think you should have picked one. Price haggling, back and forth. I think it should have been like this. Back and forth. Okay, before a common ground is reached. This has been solved by modern day shopping, who has fixed. It's not who, that has fixed. That has fixed price tag on item, and these prices are very competitive. These has saved time and expunged the issue. Okay. That comes with price negotiation. But the problem in you didn't say your opinion from the beginning. So I expect you to state it, because you need to find a place where you will state what you believe, because you are not only saying this is the reason for people considering it as hobby. I do not see your opinion, which is central to the task given. Your opinion is totally missing. Okay, except you will find a paragraph to create your opinion, which I feel will not do it. Okay, you're only giving us reason why people now consider it, but your opinion is missing. So your mark will be deducted for not attending to the task. Yes. That was why I even changed my own tone to say, I have the view that this is positive. Okay. So that is it. Yes. You can see here, I said I am of the view that this is both positive. To what extent do you think this is? They're asking me if I think this is a positive trend. And you can see in my discussion, admittedly, this is a new, but when I use welcome development, it means I am indicating that it's a positive something. If shopping is regarded as a fun, because whatever people derive pleasure in, over time, more women, can you see, now participate in shopping, while men who consider it as a chore in the past get involved, thus easing the pressure of women, and the burden of shopping is now shared between family members. This has produced a more stable. I am defending the fact that it is a positive thing. This has produced a more stable society, as shopping has aided family bonding with more marriages, and the females having time for other pressing issues. I have discussed the positive. Okay, I am saying this is a welcome development. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is my own first paragraph now because I feel this is point one. If I feel I want to discuss only the positive, I can continue. So I want to also discuss the negative. You need to follow this pattern. Okay, some of us who wrote introduction because only one person wrote a follow-up. So the person whose system was hanging before wrote this. This is 1019. Yes. I know many people get really tired when we are doing writing. It is actually challenging. Okay. This is the introduction of the person. The intimacy between neighbors recently is not in any way near the closeness between neighbors of ancient times. Okay. The reasons are not far-fetched as its range. I would prefer you use a conjunction here, and its range. You want to, and the range, because you want to say the reasons. You have pluralized, you cannot use singular. And the range, you said the reasons, plural, and the range from lack of mutual love, poor communication, misunderstanding, to distance, to mention but a few. However, these are not beyond remedies. Fine. To bring back, these are not beyond remedies. To bring back, I think I would have loved it like this, a comma or a transition, because you are just trying to re-explain what you mean by remedies. To bring back intimacy in the neighborhood, or like this, to bring back intimacy in the neighborhood. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so most of us didn't participate in the body. I hope, I just guess you were tired, but I have written body one. Somebody just sent this. Okay, I'm going to go over it. Thanks for contributing, because and if you are still writing, I will welcome it. I won't rush, because the thing there is that whatever template I use in writing introduction or paragraph one is the same template to write paragraph two. That is, I'm going to introduce my idea, I'm going to discuss and possibly validate. Okay, generally, the alarming level of mistrust among neighbors and in the increasing. I didn't see your main body, I'm sorry. Maybe there is a problem. I only saw an introduction of somebody. I only saw the one I've posted before. I've posted it and I've corrected it. Okay, some people have actually sent a lot of main body. Okay, I'm going to review them. Okay. Mistrust and the increasing, because you have started with the incidence of crime. Okay, I don't need to use D because I can see the way you translate it. An increasing instead of rhyme have been attributed as the main reason behind this strange rapport. I do not accept the word strange. Okay, maybe deteriorating. Yeah, it's not strange rapport. Deteriorating. You can use strange to mean neighbors becoming strangers. Deteriorating rapport amongst residents. Society has evolved over time with the increasing, okay, you said there are mistrust, so society has evolved, deteriorating. Okay, I messed it up. has evolved over time with the increasing rate of urbanization. There's a problem of transition here. I'm having difficulty in understanding what you are saying. What time? With the increasing rate of urbanization has led, no, it is not agreeing. We live in neighbors. This is not clear. I'll correct it if I have a grasp of it. With increasing rate of urbanization, but as strangers. I'm not getting it. But as strangers, thereby creating lack of faith among them, or like in the past where residents were mostly family members. I'm trying to get that, okay, increasing rates of urbanization means that people now have to live, strangers now have to live together as neighbors. Yeah, with increasing urbanization, okay, leading to many strangers living together as neighbors, because there was confusion about what you said. Okay, with many living together, okay, but as strangers. I think I'm getting you, but the contextual meaning is lost. Okay, urbanization. Okay, with many living together. I would have preferred the way I did it before, but time is gone. But as strangers, thereby creating, okay, unlike in the past. I would have loved a full stop here. It's getting too long for coordination. Where residents were mostly family members that are closely knitted together. In addition, okay, I'm getting your point now. In addition, communities have been bedeviled with strangers you have pluralized strangers here, caused increase in criminal tendencies like criminals, which has drastically reduced interaction. Which have, because you pluralize the tendencies and you are using this to qualify it. Okay. Okay, I didn't see the second part of your write-up, Olabisi. I am seeing some people's second side. I am not seeing yours. I hope the system did not just mess it up. Okay, I am copying somebody's own that I missed before. So, introduction, so I will trace your introduction. Okay, and Mrs. Shah, I can see your, maybe, okay, let me check this person. Time has gone, but I do not want to neglect those who have written. This part normally takes a lot of time. Okay, the relation between neighbors have become distant. That was what you wrote. Okay. I think I'm missing up somebody's information. Okay. This is this person. Your work will be beside what you just wrote initially. Okay, I'm going to clear this person's own. The person that wrote this actually wrote this. Let me check. Living of the town to work, much unlike subsistence farming on community lands, which was the main vocation people had in the days of old. Okay. Vocations people engage in now which do not relate or depend on each other for their performance. Following a hard day, people hard days. I don't understand why you want to qualify this as a possessive something. People often have a variety of social activities, okay, they wish to attend, including clubs and bars, religious activities, personal development. Thus, each member of the community may have a different time of returning home. Okay, following a hard day, okay, I think this should just be day. People often have variety of, okay, Baba. There are a few ways to actively encourage social interactions. Okay, you started discussing the solution. Okay. I think this your discussion was okay. There are also a few ways. The person has been able to identify the reasons people do not now get close. Number one, the issue is the fact that we no longer do. I have a problem. Modern living often requires neighbors to go with much or like, okay, on community land, which was the main vocation people had as at the day of old. Okay. I would have loved a link back. Okay. Okay, but still okay. It's still okay. Okay, so this is the last person that I missed his discussion. Okay, to have time to okay, day's work. Yes. Okay, I'm now getting it because I wasn't sure what that days meant before. Okay, so we can't do vocabulary development today. What we have done today is write introduction and write main body. We will continue the main body and conclusion in the next class. Yes, we will conclude it. You just sent some proponent shopping belief. I have corrected that part. Maybe you were not focusing when I was correcting it. Okay. So, I've come to the end of the class for today. Okay, thank you for staying this long. Yes, actually. Let me go back to my slide. I just want to see that, show you the recap so that this is the recap of what we did today. We wrote introduction. I emphasize clarifying your topic, writing introduction. Okay, okay, writing main body. The same way you write paragraph 1 is the same way you write paragraph 2. Writing main body. Okay, those are the two things we did today. Then before then, I say we clarify and clarify the task. So these are the highlights of what we actually did today. So good night, everyone, and have a nice night rest. For those who are not able to review or revisit the lecture, I hope to resolve it soon with those who are providing the app. Okay, thank you again for joining and good night.